know that I'm literally a week behind the release date of this to actually get this review up for you. I did have it release date, is the worst part. And this is the new Ringo Starr EP, Change the World. I literally pre-ordered this the second that I saw it was a thing that existed in the world. So, yeah, this is entirely on me for not getting it done in time. So anyways, I am annoyed that literally straight out of the envelope, we already have a crack on the jewel case, if you guys can, yeah, see that across there. But on the other hand, I guess it fits in that much better with my very, very well-loved CD collection, where most things have at least one crack on the cases. But so this was a little over $11 for 4 songs. Not gonna lie, it kind of feels like a little ripoff, but that's okay. It's Ringo. He releases a thing, I say, shut up and take my money. So, the last one that he did earlier this year, Zoom In, was 5 songs for approximately the same amount of money. So I'm like, Ringo, what are we doing? What are we doing? Some people have critiqued the fact that he said he doesn't want to do albums anymore, he just wants to do EPs now. And I'm just like, okay, look, I think I understand where he's coming from. Forgive me for going out on a limb here, and I apologize for possibly being a little morbid, but you know, the man's in his 80s. Tomorrow is guaranteed to no one, so I think he would rather create and release a few songs at a time and make sure that they actually make it out into the universe than potentially have to wait a couple years in between albums and potentially, you know, worst case scenario, and we never ever get to hear those tracks because game over. You know, I think that's probably most likely what is behind the sudden shift over to EPs instead of albums. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm totally off base. That is literally just my best guess of why he's made that executive decision. And personally, I would rather pay for more frequent releases with less on them than have to wait years in between releases just to have a normal length album. I don't know about anybody else, but I am personally on board and totally okay with the EPs. So at first I was a little skeptical, but the more thought I gave to it, I'm like, I think I understand the why, and understanding that, I'm like, okay, I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it. So I feel like I'm one of the only people in the fandom that feels particularly cool with it, but it is what it is. So, oh, I've got this in here upside down. Let me put it right side up to show you the disc itself. So it's more of the artwork. Some people have been criticizing the cover art. I like the cover art, and I really like the long hair on him. I am digging the long hair on Ringo, straight up. He looks amazing with it longer. I am so happy he grew it back out. Literally before the first time I saw him in concert in like 97 was when he shaved it short. And it broke my heart because I love Ringo with longer hair. So seeing that he's grown it back out, I'm like, yes, 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 yes. But anyway, my only critique with the cover art is just where it says his name. And that is simply because the neon effect they tried to do could have been done so much more realistically and just better looking with not a lot of effort. I even know how to do that effect, like, within 5 minutes. It's not that hard. So, just saying, it could be done. It could be done more smoothly, a little more polished, but it is what it is. Who cares that much, honestly? So here's our 4 tracks on here. We have got Let's Change the World, Just That Way, Coming Undone, and Rock Around the Clock. Let me tell you, when I saw Rock Around the Clock was on here, that was my absolute shut up and take my money! Where I was like, I need to hear this. I need to hear this right now. The day that I saw that this was set to arrive, every time I thought I heard a truck outside, I literally fell all over my own feet running to the front door, hoping it was this arriving, because I wanted to hear it so bad. Because your girl forgot that it was also released on Spotify. I totally could have just listened to it there and not been a total spaz over this, but like, I am not even joking. My dad was like, what the hell? And I was trying to awkwardly cover it up, like, I was in the middle of putting on my boots, and I heard a truck outside, and I forgot to zip the boots, and I started running, and I tripped myself. And then, like, a couple hours later, it happened again. He's like, take the fucking boots off! And I was like, It wasn't the boobs that time, I was just really overexcited. This probably happened 3 or 4 times before it actually showed up, so, you know. Ringo, I think you owe me some damages. I'm kidding. But anyway, did have some nasty bruises from those falls, though. But, yeah, when I say I fell. Anyway, doesn't matter, because it was totally worth it. So, let me also show you the booklet real quick. There's not much to it. I assumed there wouldn't be for an EP. Generally only like the proper album releases get that, so we kind of have the whole gatefold here that opens up like that. We have the lyrics of the 4 songs. For some reason I thought we had the credits too. We do, okay. They're after each track it's got the credits from, because I was like, I swear I remember seeing that. Yeah, they're here. So, anyway. I love that he even got his beloved emojis in the last line on there, but, I'm sorry, I get a kick out of the way he tweets, so. Alright, into the actual tracks, now that we've gotten all of that out of the way. So the first track, Let's Change the World, I already spoke about on this channel. When they dropped that online, I reviewed that. If you would like to hear my thoughts, go view that video, because I just released that a couple weeks ago, but, I did finally think of what the song makes me think of, though, because when I did my review on the track, I knew it reminded me of something that Ringo's done before, something oddly specific that I couldn't put my finger on. And it's not that it sounds identical to it or anything, just there's something about it that the vibe of it immediately made me think of it, but I couldn't place what it was. Who remembers his I Wish I Were a Powerpuff Girl song? Yeah, I'm not letting anybody forget that anytime soon. Yeah, it's got the vibe of that. I finally nailed it. That's what it makes me think of. That is not a diss in any way. That is just an observation of, I thought of the thing. I know what it made me think of. That was the thing. I stand by it. It's what it sounds like to me. It's the vibe of that song in this one, just with a better message. So, anyways. So that's that one. Like I said, my further thoughts on it are in that other video. Second track on here is Just That Way. I've heard a few people describe this one as kind of a reggae vibe song. Kind of. It's like not all in, all the way reggae, although it does make sense that he keeps dabbling that, because his son Zach is playing with a reggae group currently. Like, in between his gigs with The Who, he's also doing reggae stuff on the side. So, it would make sense that Ringo's a bit immersed in that right now, supporting his kid, and it's kind of absorbing back into some of his own work. Just saying. It's not good, not bad, not otherwise. It's a thing that I observed, and I'm pretty sure that has something to do with why it keeps popping up and the time frame of when it started popping up. It's kind of cool. I mean, admittedly, if I had to put the songs in order of my favorite to least favorite, just by default, something has to come in last place. I think for me, that one would be the last place. They'd probably go in order of favorite would be Rock Around the Clock, followed by Coming Undone, then Let's Change the World, then Just That Way. But I don't dislike anything on here. Like, for once, there is not a single track where I was like, I didn't like that one. No, I actually like all 4, so maybe that's another perk of him doing fewer tracks. There's less chances for people to dislike something. I don't know, but, I don't know, it's a simple song, but everything on here has a very positive vibe to it. They all have a good message, you know, so. Coming Undone is kind of a more country sound to it. And for me, when Ringo does country, it can go one of 2 ways. It can be either very hit or miss for me with that. But this one is one of the ones I actually really liked and thought that his vocals very much lend themselves to the style of this one super well. If it weren't for Rock Around the Clock being on here, that probably would be my favorite. And I'm very surprised by that, since usually I'm not that huge into country, but no, it hella works on this one. Like, give it a chance. Even if you're not typically a country person, give this one a chance. Because I think you might find you make exception for it. Then again, if you're not into Ringo to start with, you might not. But if you like Ringo in general, you probably like it. But then we are down to the one that I was losing my shit over finding out was a thing that existed, and I stand by is my favorite. It's his cover of Rock Around the Clock. Oh yes, it's that Rock Around the Clock. It's really cool. Is it like the world's best cover? No, but it's a fun one. I like the approach he did with it, and I like that he's still doing throwbacks to like the early rock and roll years. I like that. I totally dig it. I've lost track of how many times I have played just that track on repeat because I like it so much. And then fell down a rabbit hole of watching swing dancing videos set to that song, but muting the video and putting Ringo's over it because I'm a spaz like that. But I really, really like his approach on that one. Other people's reviews of the CP, I've seen people be kind of critical of it, and I'm like, why? It's so good! Like, what's not to like with it? I don't know. I'm not gonna put a number rating on this. I'm just gonna say I really liked this one. And if you don't want to commit paying $11 for it, that's okay. You can listen to it on Spotify. At this point, they probably have the tracks uploaded on YouTube as well, but I mean, you can totally listen to it and appreciate it without having to throw $11 at it if that's your prerogative. Just saying. But I think you should at least give it a listen, if nothing else, because I think it's pretty cool. So anyway, that's my thoughts. Not a whole ton to say on this one other than I really liked it. I really liked it. So, anyways, that is it, guys. So as usual, you know what to do. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a like. If you're not already and you'd like to be, click subscribe, hit that notification bell icon so you never miss an upload. Leave comments down below. Make sure you're following my social media accounts, my Facebook fan page, my Twitter, my Instagram, my Etsy, everything and more. It's all down below. And if you like what I do here on this channel and you'd like to help support it and get your name on the end card for a month from the time of donating, the donation link, as always, is down in the description too. Anyway, guys, until next time, see ya.